Irontrader. This is the last call of the day, so we're going to take a look here at crude oil and at natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at NVDA and Home Depot. At the end of the video, the support and resistance levels are posted for crude and natural gas. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy on a stock market ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, here we have NVIDIA, your daily chart. And I posted this morning here. The key level we're looking for here is 149.77, okay? So far today's high is 149.65. So you have to be able to break that and close above that key level at 149.77. If you can, they have a price target of this. Piper just put it on yesterday at 185. There's also targets there of 175. But once you start breaking this, I mean, it's going to unknown. I think you're going to probably eventually hit that 200 mark. But the key is you got to get that 149.77. Now, yesterday was a good buying opportunity because what it was is on Monday. If the stocks are down on Monday, that's a buying opportunity for turnaround Tuesday, and just the vice versa. So yesterday was a really good time to buy that. You got as low as 143.57. Good scalp ski, and then you could have dumped it out there today. Okay, now I'm long. And I'm also trading this stock. I just love it. I think it's going to go much higher over time. Okay, downside here, what you want to do is you want to watch that. Let me see what we got there. Oh, yeah, okay, 146.01 level. That's what we want to watch here on the downside. We want to watch yesterday's low, that 143.57. And then we have this key 8 simple moving average, which is moving up nicely here at 143.42. And then your 21 days right below that at 140.59. Now, there is this gap here. You always want to pay attention to that. So your low is 141.96. Okay, there's your gap. And then we look to the top of this candle at 140.37. So your gap and your fill, that can become support and resistance level. That's always a support and resistance level. But in this case, it's a support level if that 8 and that 21 day here is lost. Okay, so this is where you'd be looking. But right now, what we have is just a sideways action, pretty much like we had here, pretty much like we had here going on there. Okay, so this here is a very, very, just a great stock here. You can see here you have a low, a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. You're holding on to that 21 and that 8 day. Very, very bullish, bottom left, upper right kind of chart. The key is just 149.77. You crack above that, and I really think you're going to hit that 160, 175, 185. I think you're going to be pushing towards that 200-day over time, okay? Not instantly, but over time. This here, you got to kind of watch here. See, we have a high right there, okay? And then we have an even higher high, but we have a lower. So you got kind of like a negative divergence going on here now. As this is curling up here, if it keeps on going higher than that, well, then that negates that divergence there. But you always want to keep your eye on that kind of a situation, okay? Now, your green is over your red here on your MACD, so this is looking very, very good. So bottom line here, on the downside, just watch that key 8 SMA here, 143.41. Watch that key 140.58, that 21 day. Then we have your gap and your fill. On the upside, the key levels at 149.77. You close above, we got blue sky. Okay, let's take a look here now at Home Depot. Okay, Home Depot came out with their numbers there today, and actually they came out and they said that his business is improving now. Again, it could be just for this hurricane situation, okay, down in that area there. They're trying to rebuild, so you're going to go obviously to Home Depot here, okay? So what we had today is we had this like a pop and drop as a red candle, and then it's kind of like an engulfing here, but right now we're still closed in the middle here of yesterday's here so far here, okay, at 2:30. Now the key is here on the upside. What you want to watch is obviously is yesterday's high. That's 411.60. We want to watch today's high, that 416.02. And then what we can do is we can come up to this level in this area here, that 419, and then 421.56. That is your breakout, and that would be blue sky above that, okay? So then you probably head towards that 450 level here. Now, the Fed, you know, they cut a half a point there with September. They just cut another quarter point. We got to see what they're going to do in December, and that should pick up the housing market because you're going to take your interest rates down, and this should look a lot better for the old housing market here, okay? Now, what we have here, you look here on the weekly chart. So far, we have an indecision candle, but it's only Tuesday. As long as we hold this 8-day here, we're going to be very good at that 405.02 level, okay? And then obviously you can see that 421.56 level there on the upside there. So right now here, this chart here is really actually very, very good because what again you have that low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low situation here. And if they can get their numbers going here, you could rally up here pretty good. The key on the upside is that breakout at 421.56. On the downside here, you want to watch this 21, that 402.71. We want to watch that 8-day at 399.79, and then we want to watch that key 50-day at 396.82. That is going to be on the downside. Now, there is a gap here that we always want to watch, okay? So you want to watch the bottom of this candle, that's 402.30, and then we want to watch the top of this here at 399.76, which lines up pretty much right here. But a lot of times it sells down, it'll hold that gap, and then sometimes it'll come right down into the fill, like we had there at kind of natural gas. But it doesn't always have to do that. But we have some good, strong support underneath there. And you can see how this 8-day now is curling up here. You're above that 50-day, and we're looking for that 21-day. So you could push this price higher. That would be good. And then we aim for that 421.56. When you look on the MACD here, you can see here where you bottom out here, and the green is now over your red. That's always a bullish mark. 57, that's just like a flat line. We can go have plenty of room there on the upside here to go. Okay, so overall here, I think Home Depot is going to be a good trade going on down the road. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil, your daily and your weekly chart. Now you can see here where we have this indecision candle going on here. It rallied up a little bit, but not really anything up hard. But we're actually right now you're sitting at 68.30, so we're just above that yesterday's low there at that 67.92. That's the level that you're going to want to watch, and then we can go to today's low 67.75, and then we'll come right over to the bottom 67.28, and then we can come down here to this 66.72 level. Again, if that's lost, we'll come right to this bottom of this candle, 66.33. Bottom there, 65.63, and then 65.27 is going to be your target. Now, this is what I want to show you here on the on a weekly chart here. Okay, so when you look at this weekly chart, there's that 65.27 level. Okay, so again, if that is lost here, then what we'll do is we want to come over to the bottom of this candle here. You're looking at that 64.36. And then this candle is going to be very key. That's that 63.64 I was telling you about. Then again, if that's lost here, you've got 62.43 level, and then you can hit that 60 mark very easily here. Okay, so just remember here, it isn't about the past, it's about the future. Okay, so right now the demand in China is kind of slowing on down situation. They're trying to say that it's picking up. Well, if they did, they added $1.4 trillion into their markets to try to stimulate everything. Okay, to see how that's all going to go. Plus, you have the OPEC meeting. They want to add oil. That doesn't make any sense. And then the main thing is here in the U.S., we have a new president coming in here in January, and he does not like high oil prices. He likes low oil prices, big volume. You're pumping 3.5 million. I think he's going to get that up to 15 million barrels per day very easily here. And then I think he's going to get that natural gas flowing. But he wants that low price situation, and that's what I think was going to get here. So I don't know about these big spikes unless we have like a war situation like we had here, To me, I'm short, and I'm just scalping the long position. Now, say this thing runs up here. Well, obviously, we want to look at today's high. You're looking at 69.13 level. We could come over here to the bottom there, 69.32. We have 69.74, 69.99. But you guys are running at the very strong resistance. That's 70.22. That's your 21-day. We have your 8-day at 70.50, and we have your 50-day 70.59 here. But you can see now they're all slanting on the way down here. So as this would move up, this would be a selling opportunity if you're long, kind of a situation. Now today it only made it about half the candle. I took the trade off, and then boom, that's done here because I don't have any kind of a confidence going forward that you're going to have a big, huge run up here in the crude scheme. Okay, now you can see here your green crossed over your red. That's bearish and just going to be a matter of time. Now, when those futures open at 6 p.m. tonight, you want to watch that because this 8-day, the 21-day, the 50-day will be lower. Okay, so as this pushes down, so does that price tag. Okay, on a weekly, always watch that weekly here because that's going to be very critical. Is that 65.27 like we have here? If that's lost here, we just follow these candles down. Okay, can you that the big target here is going to be a 63.64 and then 62.43. All right, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Now I think natural gas here, it can be a good long trade. Now, seasonality is only in favor here for a little bit while longer. However, it might be a little bit different this year because I say if we get those pipelines up and running here, and you start selling LNG out of this country, out of the U.S. here, I think natural gas here could go higher. Okay, so what we're looking for here is we're looking for the top of this candle at that 2.91. That's right there. That's that price channel. Now, yesterday you can see where it went up just a little bit higher than that, 2.95, and today we ran into that resistance. You had 3.01. All you got to do is look to the left of the chart here. What do you have? 3.01. Okay, so what you do is you just take one level at a time. Now, again, if we can crack above that, your next target right there is right there, 3.159. Very, very simple. Okay, that's what we're going to be looking for. Again, you have to close above this candle right here. That's going to be key, 2.19, and you have to close above this 3.019. Then we can move higher. Now, on the downside here, obviously, what we want to do is we want to watch today's low. That's 2.85. We'll come over here. What we got? 2.83. We have 2.81, and then we can come all the way down here to this 8-day at 2.75 level. That's going to be your key support level. Obviously, if that's lost here, we have your 21-day and your 50-day sitting right here. You can see how the 50-day is just right on the upswing, and your 21-day is curling right by now. Or even if this comes down, this would be a buying opportunity here to keep scalping this here on the long side. Okay, so when we look here on the weekly chart here, you can see here what we have is we're looking at that price channel. That's that 3.019. See that? Very, very nice. Very, very easy. Sitting right there. You can see where it went into it so far for the week, but you got to close above. If we did, we can. Then right there, there's your next target, 3.15. And then we come right over here. Here's your next target right there. Okay, 3.39. You go above that, here's our next target. Okay, 3.65. You get above that, you got your 200-day sitting at 3.85. That's your next target. Okay, layer to layer to layer. That's how you trade it. Okay, is it going to go there? Maybe, maybe not. But if it gets above here, then I know she's going to go here. Okay, if I know it's going to get above there, then I know she's going to go here, and then she's going to go here. Just like when we were down here. Okay, I said just watch this key level right here, 2.91. Then we have all our resistance, but your big target is right there, 3.01. Where did it go? 3.01. Okay, where it's been is usually where she's going to go. Okay, so natural gas here, just scalping the UNG. I don't really need that much. I go and look for 20 to 30 cents a day. I trade 5,000 shares. You got to trade so many other things here with NVDA and TQQ and Tesla and and crude oil and on and on and on. There's only so much that you make some money out of this every day like that. Beautiful by the end of the week. Okay, RSI here, where you're sitting at 59. You can plenty of room to run to the upside. Your green over your red looking very, very good. Green over your red here looking good. Your RSI here is sitting at 60. Plenty of room to run up here. The whole key is going to be right there. Is going to be that 3.01. You need to close above that. Then we can go from level to level to level. Okay, that's what I got for you. I'll be back here tomorrow morning. We'll take a look at crude, natural gas, and then we'll see what else is mixed. Now, remember, we got the CPI report this week. We got the PPI report here measuring inflation. It's a whole thing, so you got to stay very, very sharp. Remember, API number on crude oil will be here today at 4:30. And then watch those futures at 6 p.m. for crude oil and natural gas. Trade what's in front of you, not what you want.